Hold on, let me get this straight. A group of black Americans went to Ghana, spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town for black Americans in Ghana.
Wait, what? Black Americans are getting their own town in Ghana? Apparently, that's the claim going round right now. But is this really happening, or is this just another internet rumor? Let's find out.
Ghana is inviting people of African descent from the U.S. and around the world to come home and granting them citizenship. Ghana must sense, shout out to Crystal for sending me this. I don't know how I didn't see this. But anyways, Ghana must sense the bullshit that's about to happen over here in the U.S. They like all our people from all around the world, especially the U.S. Y'all come on home, and we're going to grant y'all citizenship. We're going to welcome y'all with open arms and show you what life's supposed to be about. Living out the land, pulling fruits from the fruit trees. You know what I'm saying? Just really vibing out type shit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. How are you all doing today? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we cover all the trending stories and you don't want to miss out on any. So, back to this wild claim. Some people are saying Ghana is giving Black Americans land to create their own city, while others say that's just fake news. But one thing is clear, a lot of Black Americans are moving to Ghana and they have their reasons. So let's get into the facts, the truth behind this claim, and why so many people are choosing Ghana as their new home.
There is not a Black American city being built in Ghana. Recently, a viral video made by a content creator claimed that a group of Black Americans spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town in Ghana specifically for Black Americans. According to him, the government gave its approval for this project. Here's the truth. A businessman who already owns land in Ghana, a lot of land, traveled to the U.S. for a separate reason. Near the end of his trip, he heard about a conference called InvestFest, organized by Earn Your Leisure. He decided to attend the event. He bought a ticket and he went. He was so impressed by what they were doing, he wanted to meet with them and possibly collaborate in the future. Now let's be clear. There is no agreement between the Ghanaian government and this private business venture. The government did not give away 200 acres of land for this project. The land was already owned by private businessmen. This is an investment project, a business partnership between Earn Your Leisure, Shaka Bars, and the other Ghanaian real estate developers who've come together for this project. So what's actually happening? Well, this is a real estate development targeted at the African diaspora, not just Black Americans. The developers have made it clear that anyone from the diaspora is welcome to purchase property there, including continental Africans, not just people from the diaspora, can purchase property in this community. Now, why should you believe me? Well, I have been living in Ghana for 8 years. I worked with the government for 5.5 years. I was the social media manager for the Year of Return and then the Beyond the Return campaign up until this past early November. So I have a little bit of knowledge and understanding of what's happening here in Ghana with the lay of the land and what the accurate information is. And there's a lot of misinformation that often spreads fast, especially when people don't fact check before sharing this information. Those of us who actually live in Ghana know what's really happening. But once false information goes viral, it's hard to get that information to stop and it's hard to clarify for people to know what the truth is. Anyway.
So, you've heard it, guys. The idea that Black Americans are being handed land to start their own town, that is fake news. But what is true though is that Ghana has a program called Right Over Body, which allows people of African descent to live there indefinitely. And over time, some people have even been granted citizenship, but not in the way this claim is making it sound. Now, fake news aside, there's one thing we can't ignore. So many Black Americans are choosing to move to Ghana, and for good reasons. No racism, more peace, and a real sense of belonging. Let's take a look at some of these clips.
I'm so sorry, I don't mean to feed into the narrative about Ghana versus Nigeria, but let me tell you, when we landed in that Ghana,
peace
the
and
peace
tranquility
that came over my body cannot be explained
You know when
in
you're
any
gearing
dictionary.
up.
Hello, my name is Pamela Beckham, and I am from Florida, but we just purchased an apartment here, and I'm going to be one of you. I love you people. I love this country. I love everything about Ghana. I've been watching you now for a whole year, and I'm finally here. I feel like I'm home.
My name is Alice Winston. I'm from Maryland, USA.
And I just love this country. I just feel safe when I walk the street. I don't have to look. I don't look over my shoulder to see who's following me or trying to rob me. This is a beautiful place. We just purchased they call it an apartment. We call it a condo in the USFA, and I love it here. And this will be my home.
Hey everybody, I'm Roy. All I gotta do is say, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
And I'm in Ghana on a 30-person delegation representing the city of Houston. I have never experienced friendship, generosity, and a welcoming like I have in Ghana, particularly Accra. As a Black American in the U.S., it was healing.
We moved for our safety and our children's safety. It is unsafe in the States, no matter where you go if you look like us. Getting out of the land of our enemy was priority number one, to make sure that no matter what we did to build a business or to simply just live the simple life, we will be protected in that.
So many people in this clip say they moved to Ghana to find peace. And listen, peace of mind is priceless. And some people say Ghana has lower crime rates than the United States. Their culture is welcoming, and most importantly, they don't feel like they're being targeted just for existing.
I went to Ghana last year during December with a group of friends. And I'm glad I went last year because the think pieces and conversations I've seen on this app about why Black Americans are going there. Okay, let me just give you my 2 cents because I haven't seen anybody say what I'm about to say. The group I went with, we are Black women who do not have kids and are not married. We're in our mid-30s. So that week between Christmas and New Year's can be just kind of if you don't have kids to contend with, it can be kind of an awkward, really chill week. So it makes for a very good time to travel because work also is dead at that point of year too. So we were like, let's go somewhere for New Year's. Ghana just seemed to be great. It's kind of got marketed because of the year of return. We follow bloggers like Demetria Lucas, who kind of made it seem like it was so much fun. So we were all about it. So we get on the plane, we go, we have a great time. We went with the travel group. When I read that visa application, I don't know how you travel there without a travel group because it asks you questions like, who's your guide? And I don't know. It was easy because the travel group gave us the information and filled out the visa form. With that said, everyone that we encountered that was there with us, there were like other Black Americans, they were all there with travel groups. If you go with a travel group, you are going to visit cultural immersion things. You're going to go to Kumasi, the slave castle, the slave river, the museums inside of Accra. You're going to do all that. So this idea that Black people are going there and not doing that, they're going with travel groups. Travel groups are having them go visit these things. It's just very simple. The other thing too that I think people are missing is that as Black Americans, people are like, oh, they're treating it like Miami and whatever. I get that. But there is this thing I think people are forgetting. When I got on that plane from Amsterdam to Accra and 90% of that flight, 99% of that flight was Black, that was a beautiful moment for me. To be amongst Black people like that in a very positive kind of fun way was awesome. And so I think people forget, like, yeah, we'll go out in Miami, you'll go out in LA or whatever, but you're having to always ask questions like, are they playing Black music? Are they going to have an issue that's going with a group of Black men? Are they going to hassle our Black male friends that are coming with us? You have to ask all these questions. And arguably, yes, you have to ask those questions in different places too, but like to go places where your Blackness is normal and have fun and go out, that is the appeal. So people are willing to hop on a plane, cross an ocean to go experience that. And I would say, to me, that was a very unique experience that I loved, and I would recommend anybody experience that. The prices are going up over there, though. I will say that. I've seen that the prices definitely are going up. But I think that's the piece that people are not understanding. And you can also get culture. Culture doesn't always come in forms of museums. It can come from restaurants and just sitting at the hotel bar and talking to somebody. You can get culture and learn about somewhere else in less formal ways as well. So that's my 2 cents. I think it's okay for people to go to Ghana to experience it for those reasons.
She's definitely right. A lot of Black Americans say moving to Ghana is like finally being able to breathe. No second guessing how people see you. No feeling like you have to prove yourself just to exist in peace. It's just life. And sometimes that's all people want, to just live without all the extra stress. Does that mean Ghana is perfect? Not really, and no country is perfect. But when you hear people talk about how much lighter they feel, how much happier they are, it really makes you think. Maybe it's not about finding a perfect place, but just finding a place that feels right for you. So you've had it for yourself. If you ever thought about traveling and exploring your options, whether it's Ghana or any other African country, why not take that trip, see for yourself, and experience a different way of life? Who knows, you might just fall in love with it. Anyway, let's have this conversation in the comments below. Drop your thoughts and let me know what you think. And if you enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Training Pulse Worldwide. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one.